students. Now welcome back. Now today in this period I will explain you sum number 1 of question number 5. Now again in sum number 1 you see how many terms are there? P square plus 6p plus 8. 3 terms are there. So just before this sum, that is question number 4, I explained that if you see 3 terms are there, there could be 3 possibilities, isn't it? The first possible chances is that there has to be one common factor among all the terms, which you see it's not happening out here. See, P is common to this term, but this particular last term is not carrying P. So the first possible chance is not happening. Second, I said if this particular sum is following any identity or not, that is either a square plus 2ab plus b square, or a square minus 2ab plus b square, or a plus b minus b. So I have given you 3 identities only. So if you carefully observe, this particular question is not following any identity either. Why? You see the first term you can make it in the whole square form, but there is no such number. If you multiply 2 times you will get 8. So you cannot make 8 into a whole square formation. Okay? Now the third possible chances is middle term factorization, which you will learn today. Okay? So how to do middle term factorization? So if you see the first possible chance is not happening, second possible chance, that is if it is not following any identity, then there is a third possible chance that you have to do this sum by middle term factorization. Okay? Now when I say middle term, so what is the middle term out here? This is the middle term, isn't it? So you have to factorize this middle term with 2 conditions. Okay, so first of all you will write it down, that is 6p. Now just split it up like this, just give 2 blanks like this. Now you have to choose 2 numbers. The first condition is that you have to choose 2 numbers whose product would be 8. You see, 8. Okay, so you have to multiply, this is the first condition. Okay, you have to choose 2 numbers whose product should be 8. Okay, and the second condition that also should match is that you should always consider it on this sign, not in this sign. So if it is plus is given, so the second condition would be, I repeat, if you have to always observe this sign. Okay, plus sign. If it is plus is given, then plus. If it is minus is given out here, then you will observe minus sign only. So if it is plus is given, it represents that you have to choose such a number that if you add this 2 number, you should get 6. And suppose if there would have been minus sign, then you have to choose 2 numbers whose difference should be equals to 6. Okay. Now in this case there is a plus, so you have to see that this 2 number should be added to form 6. Okay. Now there are 2 conditions you have to choose, but the 2 numbers need to be similar. It's not that here you have chosen another 1 number and here you're going for another number. Okay, the 2 numbers should match. Now how to get that number? To get those 2 numbers, you have to consider on the product. Now you have to really see that which are the 2 numbers. When you multiply, you get the product as 8. Now let's start. We'll start with 8. 1 into 8 is what? 8, isn't it? So the product of 1 and 8 is 8. But if I add this 1 and 8, we'll not get 6, isn't it? So let's go for the next number. That is 2. 2 4s are 8, isn't it? So 2 into 4 is 8. Now whether 2 plus 4 is 6? 2 plus 4 is 6? Yes. Now these are the 2 numbers, that is 4 and 2, that is 4 2s are 8, and if I put here 4 and 2, then it also satisfies the second condition also. So these are the 2 numbers, students, which fulfills my 2 condition, that is the product I'm getting 8, and if I'm adding this 2 number, then I'm getting 6. So the 2 numbers are 4 and 2. Once you are aware of the 2 numbers, now how to use these 2 numbers? This is our second part. Okay, so as I said, the name of this is middle term factorization. So you will put all those numbers, the required numbers, in the middle term, in the place of middle term. That is 6p, you will write as 4 plus 2. Now we'll give one bracket. You will write the coefficient outside the bracket, student, and then you will write 8. See how I have written 6p. In place of 6p, I have written 4 plus 2. Now I will open the bracket. Now, when you open the bracket, you will multiply 4 with p, that is the number with the coefficient. You will multiply this sign with this sign, that is plus, plus is plus. Again you will multiply this 2 with the coefficient, that is 2p, and then finally you will write 8. I hope you have understood how I open the bracket. Now you see, I'm quite sure that you have understood from here what you have to do. You have to make a group of 2. You have to make 2 groups. Remember, we did this type of sums. So from these 2 terms, we have to go for one common term. What is a common term from this 2? Yes, it is p. So if we take p, so if p square is divided by p, what will left? Yes, only p will left inside the bracket. And if we divide 4p with p, this 2p will be cancelled. Only 4 will left inside the bracket. Similar thing we'll do with this also. What is the common part? We cannot take p as a common because 8 is not carrying p as a coefficient. Now let us concentrate on the numbers. That is 2 and 8, isn't it? So 2 is also divisible by 2 and 8 is also divisible by 2. In this case, we will take 2 as a common. Now, if we divide 2p by 2, then this 2 will be cancelled. What will be left out? Yes, p. That is inside the bracket. The first term will be p. And if we divide 8 with 2, what will be the answer? It will be 4. Now see, is it matching? P plus 4, p plus 4. So we'll take again p plus 4 as a common. So p plus 4 as a common. Now if I divide this p plus 4 with this p plus 4, then this p plus 4 will be cancelled. What will be left out? Yes, it will left out as the answer would be p. Similar thing, if I divide this term with this term, then again p plus 4 will be reduced. What will the answer? The answer will be p plus 2. So this is the solution. This is how exactly you will do middle term factorization, students. Okay, I hope you have understood. Please repeatedly, if you see that you are having any problem, repeat the video at least 1 times, 2 times, okay? You will understand this process, that is middle term factorization, and this middle term factorization is extremely important for your higher classes also. Okay, students? Thank you and God bless.